Haven't seen him in 2 years on the ice. Are you surprised by that? The fact that, look, it's great news for Avs fans, for hockey fans in general. Gabe Landeskog, tremendous ambassador to our sports, great leader on the ice. But to see him back on the ice is something we haven't seen in a while.
So I would have been surprised because anytime you're forced to miss 2 years, like there's not a lot of surgeries that take more than 2 years to recover from.
Right.
So clearly, whatever he was trying to fix in his knee was not being fixed, wasn't working properly. But I happened to be at a golf course, and he was supposed to play with us last week. And the word was that he had to go to therapy, so he wasn't able to play. But he was feeling really pretty optimistic about where he was physically and the potential for his return. So exactly what Jared Bednar said, he echoed those sentiments, which is really positive for him on a personal level and for the Colorado Avalanche, because you forget about just how good this guy was and how important he is to that team and their success. We know that Nate MacKinnon's become one of the greatest players in the league, but Gabe Landeskog is still the captain. And I think he brings some things to that team that they have sorely missed in his absence.
What does he bring when he is fully 100% healthy and at his best on the ice?
Well, we've talked about captains in this show, and he is one of the best in the league. And absolutely the leadership that he brings off the ice, but also he brings a physical, stout forechecking game that complements the other great players on Colorado really well. And not everyone can do what he does, be that physical, but play that well at the same time. And so that's something that they've really missed, because there are not a lot of players like him that do these kind of things that can play as well as he does. So, yeah, he can be physical, but he can also be really good down in front of the net. Power forward, in and around the crease. Think about the power play. Think about the work he does cleaning up some of the messes that the great players create on the ice. And you couple that with the Val Nichushkin uncertainty, because Nichushkin has really thrived in that role around the front of the net in Landeskog's absence. But if Nichushkin can't come back, or he's not back for whatever reason, then you put Landeskog in there, you're like, okay, we have another really top-end player to play in and around the front of the net with our other good players. So if he can come back, even if he's not quite what he once was, if he's at 90%, 85%, that'll still be a very good player for the Colorado Avalanche.
Much like Landeskog, not 2 year injuries, but injuries have kind of been the MO of this team since winning the Stanley Cup. Cale Makar's missed time, Nathan MacKinnon's missed time, Rantanen's missed time. Like, all the big names have missed time. When this team is fully healthy, 100% healthy roster, are they still one of the top teams out west, or one of the top teams in the NHL to vie for a cup?
I would think so. I mean, look at the names and the volume of time they've missed.
Crazy.
A quarter season or more for 5 of their top 18 skaters. That's a massive amount of hockey. And yes, I know they're good players. You know, you had MacKinnon and Rantanen have great years, but if they are healthy, and that's a really big if, of course, right? Nichushkin and Landeskog are both huge question marks. And Lehkonen's coming off a shoulder surgery. He might not even be back to start the season. But if they're all healthy, and you put that roster on paper and say, yeah, they're going to play 75 of the 82 games, they absolutely are once again a Stanley Cup contender because they have the kind of talent, they have the experience, they have the high-end stars to get there. The only question mark that I would say beyond health is their goaltending. Okay, Georgiev, when his first year in Colorado, was spectacular.
Yes.
So good. And I think at times he was almost overworked last year, and his numbers took a big hit. If he gets back to anywhere near, which is sometimes related to the play in front of him, but also it's his own individual play in net. He wasn't as good last year. He's shown that he can be a top-flight NHL netminder. When he's that, Colorado is one of the top 6 teams in the league, 7 teams in the league. And when he's not, they're not. That's how important he is. Look at the difference in the numbers. The goals against, the save percentage. Even if the wins are still up there, tells you how good the team is when his goals against over 3, save percentage below 9, and he still was 38, 18, and 5. So get back to that 22, 23 form and get some good health. Colorado will be a team to reckon with next year.
There were question marks that season that they won the Stanley Cup. So question marks, goaltending, that position, that team, kind of.
That's when they do their best.
Exactly.